anytime. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fans Global Sports Radio Network.
J. Joseph Harrington for another week of super hot, controversial sports takes.
Really?
Well,
Scandals and animals, that's what we're doing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What? You got anything hot today?
Is that like, when you think of this segment, you think of super hot, controversial sports takes?
It's like having Skip Bayless on.
That's what we do.
I like that. Cultivated my brand pretty well.
Oh, yes.
Your new brand.
Yes, because when I think of Joey Harrington, I do think of controversy. Yes, just a regular Johnny Manziel.
No, you're just so damn level-headed and rational. Smart.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, you're right. I would.
You retract your
I
statement.
retract that.
You retract your compliment.
The reason I bring this up is one of the more absurd, topics, controversies has emerged since we last spoke. Have you been following the Tom Dundon is cheap headlines?
Wait, what?
Okay, perfect. So
I saw something and I was like, wait, I actually did. I saw like one headline or something and I was like, what? This is dumb. And then I just moved on.
It's because you're smart.
Yeah. See, that
was the best thing you could possibly do.
This is what rational, smart people
Yes.
do, is they just like, oh, that's dumb.
Yes.
But no, it's become a big thing. Let's see. Where do we begin telling Joey? We've got him saying he cut the two-way players from being able to travel to San Antonio, and no other team in the league does that.
Yeah.
What was it, early checkout?
Yeah, he's
hotel?
making people check out at the appropriate time in the hotel as opposed to paying for an extra day. Like if a game's at 7 o'clock and checkout's at noon, he's not paying for an extra day for staff members.
What else? We had
And then the T-shirt thing, which is really the one that people are focused on, which is the dumbest one because that's not about money. He's decided to do something else. But for whatever reason, our city has decided to focus on free T-shirts being the main hub of our gripes.
So the president came out and he said, not the president of the United States, the president of the Blazers, Dwayne Hankins, and he said, no T-shirts for game one, and the fans blew their lid.
Yeah.
And this started this Dundon guy, man, he's cheap.
Oh, you mean like all the T-shirts that are draped over the seats that everybody wear?
Yeah. So, but apparently there are going to be towels.
Well, let's explore this in a level-headed way.
All right, let's do it.
So when I think of T-shirts for games, the one thing that jumps into my mind is the Miami Heat and the white hot games for the Dwayne Wade, Shaq championships.
Yeah.
For me, that feels like where this whole thing started. Am I fair in that? Like,
no idea.
I remember it. It's just like it's become kind of a thing where a lot of times during playoff games, like the first playoff game, they drape a Crasco Blazer T-shirt or whatever team they drape it over the seats.
Right. I guess my point, I don't remember any before that.
I certainly don't. I've been to Blazer playoff games growing up, and I never once remember getting a free T-shirt.
Okay. So what we're looking at, so I was there that year. That was 2006. So we're looking at 20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't like we're diverging from, a century of basketball fandom and history. Okay. No. What is the desired outcome of these T-shirts? And let me even say, from that point forward, it wasn't an every team thing. Like, that's kind of my point. Like, I remember the Spurs the other night because that was, that was actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It was cool how they did it.
Cool.
But in terms of like all the other times that it's happened throughout the course of basketball playoff history, I can't necessarily point it out and say, oh yeah, that was the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, that was it just kind of is. It's a thing that is irrelevant in the scope of whether or not the atmosphere at your game is good or bad, right?
Yes.
Well,
100%.
You're talking to the wrong guys because we agree with you. It's just that the outrage has been quite alarming.
Yeah,
like people really want those
So
t-shirts.
we're just vocalizing. We're just. You brought me into the conversations, and you said I'm a rational kind of guy. So we're having a rational conversation, right?
Well, I'm going to start yelling.
What? Actually, I was on Stephen A. Who was the show Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless did?
Yeah, the
First Take.
First Take.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Were you on that show?
Yeah.
Oh, I was on that show years ago, and I came out hot, and I was going at it, and I kid you not, Stephen A. Smith looked at me and he's like, "Why are you yelling?" Like, I thought that's what we're supposed to do on this show.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to yell at each other, and he was like the most calm. Anyway, but I digress. Okay, so the outrage that may or may not be existing is outrage over a colored T-shirt meant or paid for as an advertising. Because look, when we get these T-shirts, right? It's got like one little Blazer logo there, and then it's just like covered in sponsored gear. So are you really going to wear it?
No.
Like, is it something that is going to be part of your wardrobe going forward? I mean, I don't necessarily want to walk around with a, I don't want to offend some brand here, but like, I'd wear a giant Blazer T-shirt, but I wouldn't necessarily wear a giant, Dunkin' Donuts T-shirt. I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah, right.
So it's not part of tradition. It is, at the end of the day, irrelevant in terms of remembering the event, and it's irrelevant in terms of the atmosphere. It doesn't make the atmosphere any better. It's not something that's going to be added to your wardrobe or your repertoire afterwards. So what the hell's the point?
Amen.
Again, I'm going to have to play devil's advocate here.
Well, it's
they keep saying the point is they want the damn T-shirt. They love it. It's like it is tradition to some people. I guess. I don't know.
But I guess this is my thing. It's become like
tradition of what?
Yeah. I don't know. They just history of going to the games.
People, we do this in politics where we lock on one thing, and it's like a rabid dog. They won't let go of it, and so this has become symbolic of supposedly this other grand thing that's going to take this franchise down, and it's so us that we've decided to fixate. Instead of giving someone a chance to see what they're going to do, we don't like
I was literally about to say that. Why don't you just shut up and let the guy have an opportunity to try and like do the right thing instead of starting off on a bad foot?
Well, and that's
because what's the end goal in all of this? The end goal is for the Portland Trailblazers to stay in Portland and still be the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah. And if we create this stupidness about something stupid like a T-shirt, then what kind of first impression does that make? Am I really going to want to keep my $4 billion team in a place that's going to get pissed off with me because of a T-shirt?
Thank you. And here's my thing. I'm not trying to call out members of the media. Like, y'all have a job. We all have a job to get clicks and likes and get people to pay attention to us, but the amount of people that ran with this story of, oh my God, no T-shirt. If no one had said anything, I'm being dead serious to every Blazer fan out there that's listening to this, that's so mad over the T-shirt. If no one had told you that a T-shirt wasn't going to be there and you showed up at the game, and instead of a T-shirt, because they were doing, we don't know exactly what they're going to do. Chances are some sort of noisemaker or towel.
Pom-pom or something. A thunderstick or something like,
Tom Dundon said in an article with Jason Quick, or a spokesman said that Dundon didn't want to do T-shirts. He wanted to do something that created a better environment. He wanted something that was going to be loud or kind of distracting, like something that,
Exactly my point. So, it doesn't create the atmosphere.
So if no one had decided to write 1,000 stories and say that we have the worst owner in sports who's had the team for a month, and you showed up to the game and you got a rally towel, a la Terrible Towel in Pittsburgh, which they love, and then like some sort of LED noisemaker that when the Spurs are shooting free throws, you got to wave and bang. Would anyone think that was bad? Would anyone think that was abnormal? You were like, no, we got to the playoffs and this is what they gave us and it was a cool thing and we made some noise and waved the towel. But because the media has decided to seize this, now this has become indicative of having the worst owner in sports. And it's so stupid. We even had a cheesy look. I like Portland gear. I do. I own Portland gear stuff and it's a cool local company and I respect those guys. But even they pounced on it and were like, well, we'll do t-shirts. And every news organization in Portland was like, well, finally they printed 200 generic, because they don't have the Blazers logo, 200 t-shirts. And all of a sudden, everyone is bending over backwards to kiss their ass, being like, well, see, our ownership group sucks, but these guys, 200 t-shirts, it was a cheap marketing ploy. Smart of them to do it. But so those guys are heroes for making 200 t-shirts. And the owner, again, is a villain because he decided to do something in lieu of t-shirts, not for a money thing. He just decided to do something different, but now he is Darth Vader. I swear to God, in this city, sometimes we can't get out of our own way. We really can't.
I concur, Doctor. I concur.
So, bigger question. Tom Dillner, and I think this is the rub for people. They have a very hard time seeing a billionaire, a man who just paid $4.5 billion for the franchise, being frugal.
And that I get.
That does not compute to a lot of people.
Pause. But so here's the issue. How do we know that LED noisemakers and thunder sticks and terrible towels don't cost more than t-shirts?
Well, we don't.
That we don't. But the other stuff we know that he's
running
lean and
look,
mean.
he's running it more like a business.
Yes.
And we're a little spoiled because the Allens
he dumped more money.
He just spent frivolously, really. I mean, they get free lunches at One Center Court. Did you know that? The people just free. I mean, dude, this guy's not going to he's going to cut that, I would assume. But I don't know. I just think it's really hard for fans to see a billionaire to just see a billionaire run things like a business and be a little bit frugal like you and I are with our monthly budgets. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Well, he didn't become a billionaire by paying for extra hotel rooms.
Right. But it's just,
people don't like it.
But they equate it to not winning or like he won't spend to win. And he said everything to the opposite.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know?
He is, well, right. And he said everything to the opposite. That's the other thing. We don't trust billionaires.
Yeah.
So we don't trust anything he says. I don't know, dude. I'm so tired of this topic. This week has been exhausting.
Yes.
Because of this topic.
Yeah.
And so.
And I keep waiting. And it's, I always got to be careful because social media is not a real place, right? It's not. It's a false front. And so I'm always like, be careful for the vocal, minority. But the more that this story picks up traction and the more I hear from regular Blazer fan, it's not like a small percentage. It's people that I know in my day-to-day life that are now acting as if this is the worst thing that's ever happened. And our owner that no one knows anything about other than these stories, he's the worst owner in sports. It's unbelievable. Like it is really grown and taken on a life of its own.
Here's what I'm going to say to that, Suk, is I would expect more from you in choosing your family and friend group. So that's more of an indictment on you that you would spend time around someone who would think that this story is even worth the paper it was written in. I'm sorry. That's on you for hanging around dumb people.
I'm shocked at the number of what I considered rational people, including people that are wealthy and season ticket holders. And I'm like, do you know what you spent for? Well, you know what you spent for your seats, and you're upset over a T-shirt that you won't wear. And I just, I don't like. Under no circumstances are you going to wear that shirt. And you're getting something else. This is like a 16-year-old that wants a car for their birthday, but they get like a jet ski. And they're like, well, what the hell is this? Everyone gets a car. We're like, well, I thought the jet ski would be kind of cool. Unacceptable. It's.
Do you wear anything that you got for free?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're our subject.
Well, I'm trying. I thought he was talking. I thought you were talking to that guy, that big dummy over there who surrounds himself with dumb people.
The answer is no, because if you think that anyone gives out free XXL anything, the answer to that question is no. Anytime there's a free giveaway, it's a large.
Well, you probably get a free golf shirt from a tournament or something.
Yeah, and the answer to that is no.
Well, so that's what I was trying to think through. It's like I still have stuff from like Nike contracts,
yeah,
that I technically got for free because, you get a polo shirt from a tournament.
Now, do you wear those?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah, not really I'm the same.
I mean, that's like, I don't know. I just don't. 99% of the time when you get something for free, it's because somebody has paid to put their logo on it.
Right.
Yes.
And if there is a logo on something that it's just like, I don't need to be walking around with like a,
Yeah. Well, that company better pay Joey Harrington to wear that logo. Come on, man. You're Joey Harrington. Are you going to the game or are you going to the spring game? Are you going to either game?
I'm not going to either game, actually.
Okay.
Couching it?
Yeah. I am no longer a season ticket holder.
Yeah, Blazers.
Have we not had this conversation?
No, we know.
You told us.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you won't go to the game. You could either buy a ticket or, I'm guessing someone like you get offered seats from time to time.
You can call somebody.
Yeah, I 17 years of top of the key, 10 rows up, and yeah.
Now, has this team grabbed you at all? Yet?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially,
and it was never a whether or not the team grabbed me. It was simply just our family and time and time and money spent, and we're at the soccer field 99% of the time anyway. So it was like, this doesn't make sense. No, I like us. We've talked about. I love the Blazers and will always love the Blazers.
Keep an eye on it, because the one thing that I've noticed, and now you're kind of hearing some buzz, and I don't have any like inside sources or anything, but there's just a lot of scuttlebutt that like they may do something with LaMarcus tonight. He's in town. He knows Dundon. He was with Dundon a couple times down in Texas. I guess they know each other. And I think there may be something involving LaMarcus. And that would be pretty cool. I think with that environment and kind of, again, mending some fences and him getting some flowers. I mean, his number should be retired eventually. I don't think they do it now, like as a surprise thing. But I think that Game 3 is going to involve some sort of tribute or some sort of involvement with LaMarcus, and I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Awesome.
Did you watch the Trailblazers doc? The Jailblazers?
I did. That's right. That's what we talked about.
Yeah. You were supposed to watch it. That was your homework.
I did watch it.
What'd you think?
Oh, we can't talk about it before the commercial, don't we? I mean, I've been waiting for this commercial break that's supposed to come.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, I guess I was going to ask you some draft questions too. Can we get it all in? This is the real question. We'll find out with Joey Harrington next on The Fan. All right, we're back. Jay Joseph. Homework assignment. You had to watch the Jailblazers documentary.
Yep.
What did you think?
Interesting.
You liked it?
I felt like it was incomplete. I felt like I wanted a little bit more, and I was very interested. It was compelling. It was rich, compelling, and rich. Are you guys going to hop in here at all, or am I just going to spit out superlatives?
Well, I was you said that you wanted more. I did not care for it all. I was the definition of I wanted more and I didn't get more. So I was very, very underwhelmed and disappointed with it because I wanted more and I thought they glossed over an awful lot and really only gave skin deep analysis, and to me, the only one that was reflective at all was Stoudemire.
Sure, and I completely agree. And I think there was some very telling things, or some very interesting things that I took from it. I think that Rashid truly just doesn't care.
Yeah,
and there are truly people I remember when we spoke last week, you said that you had an issue with him saying that I didn't need to get to know the city.
Yeah.
The city needed to get to know me.
Yes.
I think people would be surprised how common that kind of thinking is.
With athletes or just people in general?
I would say athletes.
Yeah.
And, it kind of goes along with we've talked about how selfish, how unwaveringly egotistical you have to be to get to that level of athletic success.
Sure.
And I think that's more common than you might think. Right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't necessarily surprised by him saying that. It was more of oh, okay. I would have liked to dive into that deeper.
I guess my thing with Sheed, because you mentioned Detroit, that obviously you had a very contentious relationship with the city of Detroit. I feel like I had a little bit of that with BYU. Me and BYU weren't, for someone that was pretty good there, I did not have a relationship with them. But after 20 years, you with Detroit, me with, this goes for almost most people. There's usually a mature process where you can kind of put bygones aside and you kind of grow mature a little bit and you forgive and some of the sharp edges go down and he just, and that's almost all people. And he doesn't have that. And that makes me, I don't, it's symbolic of who he is. And I don't have much respect for a guy that never changes or
hold on. Do you think, and I'm not making a direct comparison between Jordan and Wallace, but does Jordan have grudges from 20 years ago?
Sure.
Does Tom Brady? You go down, and this is kind of my point.
Was Rasheed Wallace go?
What was Rasheed? I would disagree. I think that if you go to, I just read a story about how it had been 20 years since he talked to Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right. So there's this mentality that exists. So now you take that mentality and you combine it with somebody. I think it's fair to say that, Rasheed's personality is, even if you had him in a room, and even if he wasn't a professional athlete, if you had him in a room of just people, he would be an outlier. the way that he views the world, the way that he interacts, I think that he would be an outlier. And you combine that with that feeling of that ego, of drive, of all the things you have to do to be that great of a professional athlete, then I think that's what you got. And hey, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Stoudemire say, and maybe I missed it, I didn't hear him say that he doesn't want to come back.
Yeah,
Did I miss that?
No, well, he said it. It just was a little confusing as to whether that was Lake Oswego or Portland, and it sounds like a lot of people were pushing back on that, saying that he just maybe meant I'm out of Lake Oswego.
Yeah.
So it was hard to interpret.
Right. That's kind of what I because the part of I jokingly, but kind of not really, said I would reach out to him afterwards. I didn't get the feeling that he said that he doesn't ever want to come back to Portland.
Okay. Yeah, I may have misinterpreted that.
Yeah, he like we said, he would be welcome. He would be welcome back with open arms, and those of us who grew up here and watched him, would be happy and still call him part of the fabric of this city.
I guess that mentality you're talking about, I think Rashid's quote was something like, "It's not my job to get to know you, it's your job to get to know me." That was like the opening line of the whole documentary.
And it set a tone for me.
Yeah, and you're talking about that mentality. Whatever the trait is, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's emotional intelligence. I don't know if it's just maturity. Whatever it is, where you recognize that you get what you give. A lot of athletes don't have that, and I think that sucks for cities and fans. Because if he were to be able to eventually recognize, hey, you get what you give here, then I think the technicals wouldn't have been a big, like they make it way hard on them. Like he is a quintessential example of an athlete who made it way harder on himself.
Yeah, you can own the city
than he needed to. People are there for you, but you have to give, man. Like you it's not just all about your jumper, And I think that mentality that you mentioned about athletes having is like, look, they're high level. It's like, I'm bringing my talents to Portland, and you know what? I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, and you're going to like it. I just think they're in la la land with that. And the more of them that recognize that you can actually make your situation better for you, the way better off they are. But maybe then that means they lose their edge. I mean, is that even possible?
That's exactly what I was thinking, is that that is an ideal situation, or that is like the perfect combination of everything. But there are so many people who can't exist in that space.
Yeah.
So many athletes who can't exist in that space, because what got them there in the first place is that edge, is that those sharp corners, is that get the hell out of my way mentality, and you live it, you embody it, and sometimes you just can't turn it off.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I want to be sympathetic, but some of these guys,
they make it hard.
Make it really hard.
Yeah.
Yep. And
when it's still all these years,
there was an interesting point too, and Damon and Sheed, I can't remember who said it. The only thing Bond and granted, it was a stupid thing to say, but Bonds never got in trouble, did he?
No, not really.
Well, he did with his Sports Illustrated article. Yeah. Like the fans didn't like. He said he didn't need the fans.
He never got in trouble with the law.
No, he did not.
He was never a jailblazer in that sense, right? He became
unlikable.
He said something stupid. But and was never able to live it down.
But I guess that's my point, is that when you go out of your way to be unlikable, and then you're upset when people don't like you, like, really? Like, that's the part where I'm like, man, you have a hard time getting any sympathy from me when you go out of your way to be an ass, and then you are a little shocked when people treat you like an ass. That goes back to Rob's. You get what you give, because in this city, and having
back to the
having grown up my whole life,
beginning of rational thought.
Yeah,
some people don't
look
have
at us.
Yeah,
thought.
I mean, growing up in this city, you and me both, and Rob's been here. He's been here for decades. This city will embrace you, and it will give you a long leash if you just give a little of yourself. mean, Damian Lillard is a great example of this. Brandon Roy's a great example of this, that, if you just give just a little bit, you'll own this place. You'll absolutely own it, as opposed to just making everything out to be sharp edges.
Yeah, Joe, you should have done that in Detroit. Think about that.
What? No. So there was a difference. So I did do those things, except I just played like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were very professional.
Different.
Do you have do you look back and are you proud of how you handled most? And I'm sure there are instances where you had moments. I just mean, generally speaking, how you handled everything in Detroit off the field.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and that in reconnecting with people, there's a few instances that I've had that has been the overwhelming response is that people in Detroit, they respect you because they know that you gave everything that you had. It wasn't good enough, but they know that you gave everything you had, and then you exited in a respect. You handled yourself in what was a pretty crappy situation at the end. You handled yourself in a respectful way. So that went a long way, and people still remember and respect that, and I appreciate it.
Well, that's it. It's like if they did a documentary like the Jailblazers doc of the Joey Harrington years in Detroit, they'd be listening to you talk, they'd be on sports radio, they'd be, man, that guy, were we too hard on that guy? That guy's great. He really gets it now, and I feel terrible. And the Jailblazers did none of that.
Yeah, but he still sucked. I mean, that's how,
Well, okay, but at least you were a professional.
But it's funny how people will
Speaking of sucking, are we talking about the draft? Or are we still?
Yeah. We got a few minutes. I mean, we don't really have a few minutes, but we can make time. I want to know. So I think you told us what you did from the end of the season to when you got drafted, or maybe it was after you were drafted to when you reported. But what do guys do now between being drafted and when they report?
I have no idea.
Well, what did you do? Was this when you went back to Eugene and bartended?
Yeah, I was a bartender.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And now do these guys get paid? When do they get paid?
You don't actually get paid until week one of the season. I mean, you'll get a small, camp stipend or something, for being there and participating. But yeah, you don't get paid till week one, until you make the roster.
Well, you're signing bonus,
all
though.
These guys. Yes.
So
they
don't have it now. I mean, a lot of these guys won't sign their contract for a couple of weeks, but yeah, I mean, once you get your
I was gonna say I didn't sign my contract until July.
Yeah, so it's a while. So the agent is fronting them money to live right now. Although with a lot of these guys with NIL, you probably don't need as much of that. Some of these guys are already have a bunch of money, but yeah, you don't get paid until week one. And I know, depending on what your school schedule is, some of these guys will be in OTAs and in mini camps within a week, and others have to go back to school because it's based, at least it used to be.
There was an odd rule that you couldn't report to camp until your school had graduated. Whether or not you graduated with that class, until your school year was done, you could not report to camp. So I remember the Oregon schools and Stanford were both on the quarter system, and so we couldn't report until like mid-June.
So some guys are on their way right now to their teams and have press conference and getting playbooks. Other guys are just getting playbooks. But yeah, it's kind of it's go. Like you're no longer you're expected to get your ass together like now.
And apparently Ty Simpson and Sean McVay are just meeting.
You could either get your stuff together, or you could go bartend.
Go sling drinks in a college town.
I'm guessing you got your playbook though the day of the draft.
Well, technically. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, Sue. You know that. You're in the radio business.
There you go.
All right, sir. We got to go. Love your hot body.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Bye.
Talk to you next week. That's Joey Harrington each Friday here, courtesy of Mods PDX. The future of building is here. We've got big game hunter news in the club next on The Fan.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, a little breaking news here for the Blazers and Spurs Game 3 from Motor Center tonight. Victor Wembanyama officially listed as out. Of course, Wemby got hurt in Game 2 with a concussion, but he is now out for tonight's game between the Blazers and Spurs in Game 3. Spurs now 1.5-point favorites in that one. Houston Rockets star Kevin Durant, he missed tonight's game against the Los Angeles Lakers in their Game 3 as well. Lakers are up 2-0 in that series. Lakers taking advantage of it without Kevin Durant tonight. Lakers up 63-52 at half. And right now, in the fourth quarter, 76ers up over Boston 85-84. That series tied at 1 as well. Kansas freshman Darren Peterson, he's officially announced he's heading to the NBA draft after one season. Vegas has come out with the odds for offensive and defensive rookie of the year winners. Jeremiah Love of the Cardinals, he's the favorite on the offense side. On the defense side, it's going to be Jets defensive end David Bailey as the favorite to be the offensive or defensive rookie of the year. Wide receiver Jaden Reed and the Packers, they have agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth over $50 million in new money, including $20 million guaranteed. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, shirts come down like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea. A lot of people saying
you're not gonna arrest me.
Got my Michelob Ultra joint.
You a loser.
I'm gonna go to that lake.
super wonderful.
You're welcome for me being here today.
How about that, boo-boo? It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
Bring gas.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, so there's a 20-12-5 upset.
I love the 20-12-5.
All right, big news.
Slightly over.
Oh, wow.
We'd be over even on the
6:20?
Yeah, we'd be over even on the new clock.
Who is producing? God.
Boutros Ghali.
Dang, that sucks. We're cutting into the club. This is no good.
I mean, we didn't just cut into the club, dude. We filleted into the club.
That's on me, guys.
Thanks for taking the responsibility.
Yeah, I got you.
Wemby not playing.
No, I mean, it's
as expected.
Yeah, there was just no way they'd have the balls to do that. But
so if the Spurs win,
yeah,
he may not play Sunday.
If
the Spurs lose,
he's
playing on Sunday.
100%.
Yeah, that's what they've teed up here.
I think that is a very, very reasonable take.
All right, well, should we break then?
Probably. I would think that's probably for the best.
Take that for data.
I will take that for data.
We're going to break. Okay, so a couple things I have for you here. Apparently Spirit Airlines may fold at any moment.
Well, thank God.
Well, look, they're discount budget airline. That's, you and I won't fly it because we're rich billionaires. But some people, that's a nice thing to have.
I flew Spirit once and never again.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like Spirit Airlines is, a lot of people just know that it sucks and you don't take it. But if you don't know that, you will fly it once and you will be horrified and then never fly it
You're just
again.
like, it can't be that bad.
Right.
Right? And then it is.
It is. Yeah.
It's like
totally.
buying.
I've done it once.
It's like buying the.
Same.
It's like buying the cheap ketchup or peanut butter. Like you're like, oh, how bad can this be? And you're like, oh, it's ketchup. Nope, no, it's not. It's. I'll spend the extra couple bucks and get the Heinz.
Well, I'm of the opinion that all of the other airlines are colluding, and they own Spirit, and they make Spirit so bad that it makes them look good.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good idea. I like that conspiracy.
Because when you fly Spirit, you're like,
all of a sudden Delta. Yeah,
Delta. I hate Delta, but maybe I don't.
Dude, I don't know if it was just my Spirit flight, but the one Spirit flight, the seat it was just like a piece of metal. It was the thinnest, most uncomfortable.
You're in there like sardines.
Oh my God.
It's cheap.
Yeah. Yep.
You're not getting any drinks.
Nope.
Maybe. No. But probably not.
Charge you to use the bathroom.
Yeah. There's going to be a fight on your flight. Like it's Thunderdome.
Yeah. It's the Greyhound bus of the skies. You know what you're getting into.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but you're going to Vegas for $119.
Anyway, we'll start with this. Are you risking it? They could go under, but they're offering something that I think a lot of people would take them up on. And it turns out, and the other tease was big game hunter news.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to love this.
Oh, I did. I saw it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I cackled.
All right, so we'll get to those items coming up next on The Fan. well, I'll start with the big game hunting news since that's what I teased first.
I don't
then
want
to get to Spirit Airlines.
I don't want to cheer people's deaths, but you know.
Yeah, totally. There is something about
it's borderline.
It's not borderline. F these guys.
Yeah.
There is something about big game hunter bros. I love it when they die.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. It's
great.
I don't,
especially when it's out there when they're doing what they're doing.
I'm glad it's not just me then.
No, dude, bro, it's like the number one, well, maybe not the number one thing when they die. Like, when child molesters die.
There you go.
Or when
come
on, like
if someone's like
there's no comparison.
If someone's beating their wife or their kid and then like
a
let's make sure
we're not doing
the Stephen A. And like a chandelier.
What did he say?
He said, he said, guys, now let's make sure the ladies aren't provoking the men, you piece of crap. By the way, did you see Stephen A. Smith sexually harassing one of his coworkers today?
I did.
Some of the most awkward television. Stephen, you pull that for later if we grab it. He is literally sexually harassing one of his coworkers on air. It is some of the most awkward television you will ever hear. He says that he's aroused by her talking.
On the air?
On the air. She kind of goes into a little bit of a French accent. He stops and says that he's aroused, and it's bizarre. Like freaking bizarre.
It's 2 minutes. You want me to play right now?
Yeah.
I can clip it out because she goes into a whole breakdown about Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, don't worry about her. Okay. Just get his response, and you'll just know that.
Who is the girl?
Chini Agumake.
Yeah,
here's the start that turns him on, though. This is what turns Stephen A. Smith on.
All right.
Bonjour, Stephen A. Je m'appelle Chene. Et Rudy Gobert, il est magnifique. Il est magnifique. He has been phenomenal.
Yeah, so that's it. She does a little French accent.
Okay.
So she speaks for about a minute and a half, and then Stephen A. is going to respond to what she says, but he decides to get a boner and get all heated up.
For rising to the occasion in this moment.
I have to. I got to get a little personal here first for a second here, Shay and Chene. I mean, listen. I'm living a good life. I'm pretty damn happy, to say the least. But I must admit, in all my years on this earth, I've never dated a woman from France or anything like that. But after hearing Chene, I was like, what have I been missing? What have I been missing? I mean, that language, that verbiage right there, that kind of turned me on. Anyway, let me get back to the focus.
What?
Well, he didn't say I was aroused.
He said it turned me on.
He said it turned him on.
I know, but I think it's different if he says I'm...
Really?
Well, yes, I was expecting him to say I'm aroused, like you said, and he didn't.
If we had a female in here and she got done answering a question and I was like, "Whoa, hey.
I'm turned on now.
I'm turned on." Yeah.
Well, no, I get that, but I thought he said I'm aroused, which is like...
Isn't that what he's implying?
Well, okay, that's different than
Look
saying
at Sharon Moore over here being like, "You're pulling a Stephen A."
Let's
be fair.
I think Isaac was turned on by that accent.
I'm aroused. Okay.
Unbelievable. Anywho.
Yeah.
Outside of that.
Anywho.
When one of these millionaire small penis D-bags.
Yes. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
And let me just say for the record, I totally get hunting. I've hunted before. It's not for me necessarily, but I have friends of mine that do it, and it's a hard endeavor, and they eat what they kill. And I respect hunters. In fact, I respect hunters more than I do myself because I go to the grocery store and I get my meat, and those are, I don't do a damn thing. I got a buddy of mine that goes up for a week, hikes through, 20 miles worth of crap, shoots something, takes every piece of it, has to pack it back down. What he's doing is way more ethical than me. But if you are such a limped you-know-what, that the only way you can get your jollies is by paying a bunch of money to go to Africa and shoot an animal so that you can cut its tail off, or that you can pose with a old-ass lion, F you, you worthless piece of crap. And when something happens to you, I think it's hilarious. Exactly.
I find hunting stupid on all levels. However, the big game hunting is the worst.
Oh, hands down. Just looking at the photos of this dip-ass with all of his animal trophies, it makes me nauseous.
So we have a millionaire U.S. big game hunter who was ambushed and killed by 5 elephants.
First off, roll tide. Second, Team Elephant.
Good. Elephants are my favorite of all the
They're the best.
I love them.
They're the best.
Absolutely love them.
Yeah, elephants are the best. He was hunting small forest antelope in Central Africa. So he's a vineyard owner. He lives in California. His name is Ernie Dacio, 75-year-old dude. He owns a vast collection of exotic animal heads in trophy rooms at his home. He was trampled to death. He was being guided by a professional hunter in the thick forest on about a $40,000 US stalk for a shot at the elusive yellow-backed duiker? I don't know.
Sure.
Over the decades, he's hunted elephants, leopard, rhino, buffalo, and lion across Africa. And back home in the U.S., he's hunted almost every species of wild deer.
Yeah, there's a million photos out there of him with a dead anything. Again, who shoots an elephant? Really? That's what gets you off? Is you decide to go shoot an elephant? The lion ones too, dude. That stuff just, it pisses me off. You're not eating the lion. All you want to do is cut its head off, and then for you to take a stupid photo, and you didn't even do anything. Some guy drives you off into a game preserve where the animal has no chance. You ride up on a Jeep, and then you shoot it with a high-powered rifle. Dumbass.
So this says, the startled elephant herd immediately charged Mr. Dacio and his professional hunter. The elephants were so well hidden in the dense undergrowth that they appeared as if from nowhere, and the professional with the high-powered rifle was just flung aside. Then it says, he was seriously injured and lost his gun in the thick bush as the elephants attacked the hunter with just a shotgun, who was then brutally trampled underfoot.
Awesome. And of course now people are like his friends. Oh, he was the greatest guy in the world. Well, I'm sure you were, but
he probably was nice. But doesn't that just show your character?
Yeah, like I said, I think if this is what you enjoy, because we all have hobbies, right? Whether that's you ride motorcycles, you play golf, you know whatever it is that you're into. But if you're not eating that animal, again, I understand hunting. I respect hunting. More so than I do people that go to the grocery store. But if you're telling me that your hobby and what you love more than anything else is just slaughtering an animal so that you can pose with it, yeah, I think you're a psycho. I think you just that says something. That's all I need to know.
You have small D energy.
100%.
It's like it's insecure. I don't know what that is. Like it's just it's an easy way to make yourself feel better about yourself,
I guess.
When you don't feel great about yourself or something. I don't know what that is.
Well, it's I don't know. I think it's a giant character flaw, and the fact that you do it and something happens to you and those animals rise up. Team elephant, team animal. Yeah, there was another one that got water buffalo, which is one of my favorite animals. It's gored a rich business guy. And it's always the same thing. It's millionaires that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to go do this, and then they tell themselves that they're doing the real good work because of the conservation that their money funds. Yeah, that's why you do it. It's not charity. It's just that you get your jollies off of killing exotic animals. I still think those are the same people that would hunt humans if they could. It's just not legal.
Totally.
Yeah, Squid Game.
Yeah.
Totally would.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like psychopaths.
Yes. Like I know people that like to go bird hunting, but they hate to eat what they shoot. And I'm like, that is weird to me. Like if you're a duck hunter and you really like duck, totally get it. But if you like shooting ducks and yet you hate the taste of duck, you just like killing birds. That's weird. That's again, you just like shooting living things. I can't get on board with that. I think deep down you have some really evil crap in you.
I am not the manliest of men. I can admit that. When we were in Lake Tahoe, like we went to like a trout farm because the kids wanted to go fishing or whatever and catch a fish, and so we let them do it. And so they caught it and I'd smack it and kill it.
Yeah.
And that's not my thing, obviously. And then Coach Vaughn's like, I'm like, well, we're eating this, right? And she's like, no, like we don't. I'm like, we're eating this. Like I had to kill this thing. I'm gonna at least eat this thing and like make it worthwhile. Yeah. Like I'm with you.
Let's just kill it.
Like I literally had the blood on my shirt. I felt horrible. At least let me eat the thing.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like I like going fishing when we go down to Mexico or whatever. I go fishing, but when we catch the fish, we eat it. And the stuff that we don't eat, we give to the captain of the boat.
You a-hole.
And they take it and they eat it. The idea of me killing something just for fun, and then knowing that that's the only reason I'm doing it and I can afford it because you make a lot of money, you're a piece of crap.
Not only that, but it's not even hard.
No.
Right? It's like...
They drive up on it and then they shoot it.
Yeah.
That's
like you're not actually hunting it. You're just...
No. Yeah, it's not even hunting.
No, if you've ever been like on an elk hunt, dude, that is some serious S. Like that is some of the hardest stuff you'll ever do. This is a guy that just walks you right up to an animal at a game preserve that doesn't know what's going on, and then I've seen video where, and by the way, it's usually some fat piece of crap, because it's always some fat guy who can't walk from here to the wall. And like, he doesn't even get out of the car. They sit in Jeeps and they've got like rests on there where his fat ass can shoot him out of the back of a Jeep.
Whoa. Somebody said, look up the Butcher Baker of Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
I did. His name is Robert Hansen. He's a serial killer.
Oh, this is the guy that...
Did you see this?
This is the guy that he would take either prostitutes or like runaways that he would kidnap, right?
Well, yeah, he would put them out in the wilderness and hunt them.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Gross.
Again, that Squid Game, like, what was that? Surviving the Game or whatever? What was that, like Ice-T, I think, was in that? Yeah, it's like... I just think it's weird that if that's the part of your brain that sends off the dopamine receptors is watch me slaughter this thing. I think that's really, really weird.
I don't. I love it.
If you want to go out and hunt a lion, I'm all for it. Get a spear. Get a spear and go out on your own.
Yeah, that's right.
And you kill that thing with a spear, more power to you, man.
Well, not a lion, but... Did you say a lion?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a lion. I don't think you should kill a lion.
Look,
even with a spear.
If you can kill a lion with a spear,
if you can kill a lion with your bare hands, okay. But you can't. So leave it alone.
Yeah, what's it doing? It's just...
Yeah, it's just doing lion stuff.
Its own business. You ain't going to eat it?
Exactly. You're not even going to eat it.
No.
Exactly. So what's the point? Spear? I mean, get out of here.
I hate that stuff. So very much.
These guys are losers. Yeah, this guy killed... Oh, we got a break.
Yeah, the Butcher of Alaska guy.
Yeah. Holy crap. I'd never heard about him.
He's bad.
So he would just unleash him in the wilderness and then hunt him down.
Hunt him down.
God. You know how many guys are like, oh, that's cool.
Note to self.
Yeah. Oh, no. I want to do that.
Guys like this.
All right, we got a break. Spirit Airlines talk is next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Game 3, Trailblazers Spurs from Moda Center coming up in about an hour or so, maybe a little less. But Victor Wembanyama, he is officially out with that concussion that he suffered in Game 2. He was questionable coming into the game and did participate in shooter, but he is officially out. Trailblazers 1.5-point home dogs to the San Antonio Spurs. Rocket star Kevin Durant, he missed tonight's Game 3 for Houston as they took on the LA Lakers. Lakers up 2-0 in the series. Lakers up by 5 midway through the third quarter. We're coming down late to the end of the game in Game 3. Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Celtics up 6 with just over 20 seconds left in the game. NFL Draft Day 2 is happening today, and some of the notable draft picks. Carson Beck just got selected by the Arizona Cardinals with the first pick in the third round. Denzel Boston, he went in the second round to the Cleveland Browns. Day 3 over the weekend. Wide receiver Jaden Reed, him and the Packers have agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth over $50 million in new money. That includes $20 million guaranteed. And Kansas freshman Darren Peterson has officially announced he will be heading to the NBA draft after 1 season. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, well, it sounds like Spirit Airlines is going to go under because, well, it sucks and they don't have any money. Yeah. However, they are offering super discounted flights right now. So I ask you, would you risk it right now if you could pay, $100?
No.
$150? Well, let's say you're flying from Portland to, I don't know, you need to go to Miami.
I don't know. I think they're more regional, right? I think Spirit, you're more likely to be going to Vegas.
Okay, let's go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm looking here and see like
$100.
$100,
but they could fold at any time.
Yeah,
mid-flight in the air.
You get your money back.
Well, you would get there, but you may not get back.
Yeah,
or you have to book a different flight back or a different airline.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, dude, they could fold and you would be stuck at your destination, or you can just take the fare and take the risk. And it sucks going down there. I mean, they're like we said, they're packed in there like sardines.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It all depends. Like, for the most part, like going to Vegas is gonna cost you like $250 to $300. I'll pay the difference. But if it was like going,
what if it's $400 or $500?
Yeah, then I think you probably think at some point you're gonna think about it. Like Vegas is like I like going to New Orleans. So let's say I'm going to New Orleans. And my flight is $850, and Spirit's getting me there for $159.
Yeah. Oh, dude, sign me up.
I'm taking the $159.
If I'm going on a direct flight,
yeah,
and it's less than 2.5 hours,
yeah. See, New Orleans would be different.
New
Orleans is a long flight.
Yeah, New Orleans is a long flight. That's
a long
different.
flight,
but still, that's a $700 difference. You said.
Yes.
I'll take that.
You're taking.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
Spirit Airlines is in dire financial straits, and analysts are warning that it could be just days away from going out of service. However, right now, if you would like to fly from Fort Lauderdale to New York on Spirit Airlines, you can pay as little as $112.
That's the other thing that would kind of terrify me a little bit, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah.
At what point are we just not
caring about anything?
We're not caring about anything. We're like, hell.
Yeah, we may get you there.
Yeah, that would be a little.
We may not.
That would scare me a little bit. I'm not certain I'd be into that.
So a travel expert at Airfare Deals website called Going said this is really unknown territory because we've never seen something like this happen outside of COVID, outside of 9/11, to one singular airline in the United States. This is a very odd scenario Spirit now finds themselves in. They're basically going to fold. I don't know how they survive. But we don't know when that's going to be, and they're still operating, but they're offering super discounted flights.
By the way, Spirit no longer flies to Portland International Airport.
We don't even have Spirit.
Nope, they shut it down. So late last year, so just the last few months.
So we're out anyway.
Yeah, they're out. We
Doesn't
can't.
even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
Damn it.
But that tells you something.
Oh, no.
Because I tried looking. I just went like Spirit flights, PDX to Vegas, and nothing popped up. And I was like, what? And then I dug a little deeper, and I just, yeah. Was it like November of last year? They ceased all operations at PDX. So, yeah, because that was the one. Whenever I would fly to Vegas or like San Francisco, San Diego, Spirit would always be the first one to pop up, and I'm like, yeah, no. Frontier's kind of got that.
It would always get me too because I'd be like, oh, flights, and it would show me the lowest first. I'm like, oh, that's a great deal. I'm like, oh, Spirit.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that with international flights? And then you don't know, you're not familiar with the airlines.
Yeah, it's a little.
And so you're like, oh wow, that's really cheap.
You got to Google it.
And then you take it, and then it sucks. I've done that.
Translation: Spirit.
Well, Air Canada was one.
Yeah,
they suck.
My daughter, who lives in Korea, I forget the name of it, but there's a low budget carrier out of Seoul that flies to like Japan and the Philippines and stuff. And I guess it's dirt cheap. And my daughter was like,
do not.
Never again. She goes, Dad, it is the sketchiest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. She flew it once to like Okinawa or Fukuyama or something. And she's just like, no. Yeah. In fact, I don't even think she flew it back. I think she ate it and got a different airline coming back.
All right, we got to roll. We'll wrap it up next on The Fan. Can you believe it's so close to game time and we have Tumani Kamara and Shaden Sharp in studio?
They're a little.
This is unbelievable.
They're a little lighter than I remember.
A little shorter, but
yeah, they don't seem very tall.
We got the Vaughn boys in the house.
The Vaughn boys are in the house.
We're getting hyphy over here in the studio.
You're getting what?
Oh, hyphy. That's a.
What does that
mean?
Hype?
They're like
hypey or hyphy?
I said hyphy. That's
what is hyphy?
Like the guy E40. He's a rapper from the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bay Area.
You've lost me.
Yeah.
Click.
So what do we got over there?
Rob knows nothing.
What are these boys' names?
We got Lincoln and Hudson. Lincoln is the tall one.
Yeah.
Hudson is the smaller one.
I like that Hudson has officially gone suns out, guns out.
They both did, didn't they?
No.
No, Huddy, he goes, he went no sleeves.
Yeah, Lincoln's got the T-shirt underneath. Yeah. But yeah, look at those. Those guns can't be contained.
Hey, Huddy, if they win tonight, if the Blazers win tonight, because they're going to the game, obviously.
Yes.
You're getting ready to get out of here. Huddy, if the Blazers win tonight, you're taking that jersey off and you're whirling it over your head. That's what you're doing. Okay.
He's on board.
I want to see that
That's
on.
what I'm talking
I want to
about.
see that on the news.
There you go.
I love that.
We'll get out of here and let's
get out of here.
Game.
You guys get to the game.
Stay in time and get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. Go Zers.
Yeah. Well, can I say one more thing? No, I'm just kidding. Everybody have a great night. We are back Monday, 3 to 7. Good night.